lucky I caught you when I did. Looks like it's gonna rain. Do you like humor? Like jokes and things like that? I got a couple of jokes. You want to hear one? Gotta warn you there. They're pretty good. So joke number one. When is a truck not a truck? When it turns into a diner. Okay, one more. When does a truck become 5 trucks? When it turns into a lot. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. They're not particularly funny, but I like it. Then I like anything to do with trucks. You know, I was actually studying to be an engineer. I was went to college, and then I changed my mind halfway through, and I decided that I wanted to study physics. It's so different, really different. And so I went and studied physics for a while. Then I realized, yeah, too rigid, too much work. So I decided to study quantum physics. Yeah, it's surprising, huh? Well, I decided to study for quantum physics, but then halfway through studying quantum physics, I decided that I wanted to be a truck driver. Yeah, my mom and pa were not too happy with that, but I explained to them that I liked going from A to Z. And then I related that to string theory, and they found that they couldn't argue with me no more. So I became a truck driver, and the reason I like driving trucks is because you go from A to Z. Now, what's interesting about it is that sometimes the journey isn't as simple as A to Z. There might be, God forbid, an accident or some such on the highway, and what might happen is that there's a diversion. And it might be that this only happens as you're driving, so there's no fair warning or anything like that. You just come upon it, and you have to adjust your plans. And yes, this is a metaphor. Those plans have to change. Now, that doesn't change the destination that you're going to, but it can change how you get there. So all of a sudden, you're going from A to B to Z. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but plans change. One part of life, one part of trucking, is accommodating those changes. You don't always have to agree with them, and they don't always have to work out either. Of course, a lot of the time they don't. But it's important to accept them, get through them, and move on. And all that journey can suddenly come from what was A to Z, A to B to C to D, through the whole dang alphabet. And then, all of a sudden, the journey becomes more of an adventure than the destination. And you realize through those hardships, through having to go from A to B to C to D to E to F and so on, that actually you're a better person for it. And you can manage change better in your life. Now, what I would say is that you don't have to go that journey alone. Of course not. You can have a partner, because those long journeys from A to Z can get pretty lonely. Now, what I used to do when I started out trucking, I'd have a buddy come with me. So what we would do is we would drive on up together wherever we were headed. I would drive there. Once we were there, we'd rest up, and then he'd drive back, or she, whomever. Now, it's fine, you can do that. It doesn't matter. It's just a bit of company on the way. Because you don't have to do it alone. You can choose to do it with somebody else. And sure, it might mean half a paycheck, but I always say that good company is more important than good money. So anyway, if I was ever feeling lonely, I'd just buddy up, drive up the road, and that's how we spend our time. And there's good times, And then if you're with someone, you got a partner, when those changes happen, ain't quite as bad. They can help you out, They can make sure that you don't get lost on the open road, because it's easy to get lost when you're on your own. But having said that, some people like to be alone, and there ain't nothing wrong with that either. In fact, sometimes it's good to be alone with thoughts to yourself. But it's up to you, really. Just know that there's always someone out there who's willing to go on the ride with you. Whew. Listen to me babble on and on and on. You must be thinking you're the unluckiest hitchhiker in the world with me and babbling. Opening with a couple of terrible jokes and then telling you a metaphor that isn't particularly helpful. But truck driving is a hard job. You're away from home for a very long time. And furthermore, you have to be visuospatially aware all the time. That means paying attention to your cargo, which you have been commissioned to consign and deliver. Paying attention to yourself, your needs, make sure you're not tired, make sure you're eating okay, and making sure you're taking enough pit stops. And of course, most importantly, paying attention to the road to make sure you are safeguarding and acting as a custodian of the road and protecting those who are also traveling along it. And that way, you can be the best truck driver in the world. And this job takes me all over the place, different states, sometimes different countries too. But one thing that it helps with a lot is when you get home, man, you feel it. You really feel it. Nothing makes you appreciate home more than being away from it for a protracted period. And I'll tell you, when I get home, I give my 2 cats a big hug. And then I treat myself to a pizza. And everything's like that, if you think about it. As long as you got a home to go to, you're okay. And everyone deserves a home. That don't even mean like a house. Somewhere you feel safe. Somewhere you call home. Understand? It's a funny old place for you to bump into me. long old road with not much along it. You must have been pretty lonely out there. Well, I hope you're not lonely anymore. I certainly don't shut up, so. Yeah, I quit smoking a while ago. That's why I got the old toothpick. I used to smoke 50 a day. So now to save my oral fixation, I chew on things. I don't just mean chewing on things like this here toothpick. I mean chewing over thoughts, feelings. One of the reasons I talk so much is because I have great, lengthy conversations with myself, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Like that famous poet once said, you gotta have a good relationship with yourself because it'll last a lifetime if you do. And I truly believe that. I truly do. Now I've been thinking about getting a dog. Keep me company on the longer rides, and there ain't no animal more loyal than a dog. And he'd look after me, make sure I was alright, and I'd do the same in return. Well, then I'm thinking, is it fair? Have a dog all cooped up like me all day? Then that gets me thinking, is it fair I coop myself up all day? Well, there ain't no way I'm gonna go running around anywhere, so I don't think it matters all that much. Wherever I go, I got a roof over my head, and I'm protected from the elements like we are today. Having said that, looks to me like it's gonna clear up pretty soon. Which is good news for you, huh? Yeah, it's pretty tiring being on the road all the time. Well, you know, if you get tired, you just sleep. People don't listen to their body enough. You know what I'm saying? If you're tired, sleep. If you're hungry, eat. If you're lonely, talk. It's easy to please yourself if you know what you want, you know. But I think the most important thing is absolutely self-care. Making sure that you look after yourself, because if you look after yourself, other people will look after you too, and you can look after them. You hear me? You understand what I'm saying, right? You got to give yourself the best possible chance so that other people can have the best possible chance. Otherwise, what kind of life are we leading, huh? I do like that sound of pitter-patter on the roof of my vehicle. Very calming. Now, we're coming up to your stop. I don't mean to be inappropriate, but I just mean to offer as help and advice. In the glove compartment where you were sat, inside you will find some loose change for a telephone call, and also some mints and treats if you want them. You're more than welcome to take them, it's fine. I know that I'm traveling from A to Z, but if you're not sure where you're going just yet, it's always nice to give someone a help along the way. you'll find your Z. We always do.